Hey everyone, it's me Danny, and today I'm back with a new video. So, I'm doing like another marathoning of book tags every week. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but last week I did the fall book tag to symbolize the start of fall, and this week I saw this tag and I was like, yes, I have to do this because it has to do with my favorite genre ever, like my all-time favorite genre. And this is the fantasy fun time book tag. That's what I'm calling it. Like it. That's just how I decided. It's called now. That's its name now. But in case you didn't know, fantasy is my favorite genre. Most of the majority of the books on my shelf are fantasy, whether they are YA or middle grade fantasy, because that's just what I read. That is what I enjoy. I'm I'm trying to branch out a little bit, but I also don't wanna. So, but but fantasy is my all-time favorite genre. So I will hop right into the tag for you guys. The first question is, what fantasy world would you want to be a part of? Now, I could be cliche and say either Harry Potter or Percy Jackson, because I totally would love that. I would love to be a demigod or a wizard. But I decided to not be cliche and choose the land of Ingery from Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. The reason why I chose the land of Ingery is because it's just so magical. Like, there's magical objects everywhere. There's witches and wizards everywhere. There's like demons. It's like your classic fantasy fairy tale world, and I love it. The next question is, what type of fantasy being would you want to be? And this is really easy for me because I would totally want to be a dragon, because who wouldn't want to be a dragon? Because dragons are awesome, and I love dragons. Just dragons, okay? I'd want to be a dragon because dragons. The next question is, living your everyday life, would you rather have magical powers or have a mythical creature as a pet? This one is really hard because on the one hand, I could be a wizard. But on the other hand, I could have a pet dragon and we can be friends. I could have my own little dragon, or do I want to have magical powers? But I feel like I'm going to choose magical powers because I'm very lazy, and if I had magical powers, I could just do what I wanted with magical powers. Like I could teleport or like apparate depending on what kind of magical powers it is. Like apparate, I could like summon food to me. I wouldn't have to get up out of my bed for like anything, and that's what I'm here for. The next question is, who is your favorite fictional dragon? And this one was kind of difficult for me as well because I love all of the dragons in the Inheritance cycle by Christopher Paolini. I it's one of my favorite series and I love it, but this one isn't technical. Well, it is kind of from a book, but the dragon I'm going with is Toothless from the DreamWorks movies How to Train Your Dragon, because Toothless is great. I love Toothless. Just Toothless. And also in the books, I read like one of the books, and Toothless is just like a little baby dragon, and I'd be happy to have like a little baby Toothless riding around on my shoulder. But then I'd also want the Toothless from the movie so that I could ride Toothless. Just dragons, okay? Dragons. The next question is, what is your favorite fantasy movie? This answer is kind of obvious. Percy Jackson movies. Just kidding. It's pronounced Aragon. Just kidding. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me. I know all of those movies are terrible. But obviously, I'm gonna have to go with the Harry Potter movies because Harry Potter. I grew up with Harry Potter, okay? Harry Potter. Their movies, and I just love everything, okay? The next question is, if you could pull any character out of a fantasy novel, who would you choose? And I would choose to pull out Simon Lewis from the Mortal Instruments series. I'd like to bring him to this universe because I love him. He's my favorite. He's my favorite character in the Mortal Instruments series. He's one of 2 characters that I like in that series. And I just love it. I think we would be good friends because we like a lot of the same things, and also I just want him to be my friend. The final question is, if you could take a side character from any fantasy series and make them the protagonist of the series, who would you choose and why? And I would choose to make Luna Lovegood from the Harry Potter series the protagonist, because I feel like that would be so cool. Like I'm sure you all know this, but Luna is my all-time favorite character, like, ever. I love Luna so much. Luna's my favorite. I would love to read an entire series of books from Luna's perspective, because then we could learn like all about like Nargles and like Horned Snorkax and about all of the creatures, and it would be so cool. I want this. I love Luna. So Joe, please, can you make that happen, please? But anyways, this has been the Fantasy Fun Times book tag. Let me know if you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments down below. If you had a pet dragon, what would you name it? Like, what type of dragon would it be, and what would you name it? I want to know, because dragons. But make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of me in my face. And I will see you guys all in my next video. So until then, go home and read a book. Bye.